What is going on, everybody? What is going on? This is your boy Marcus Washington, and you're on the mark where we talk about everything Falcons football, man. Well, let me turn the music down just a tad bit. How's everybody doing, man? How y'all been? Been a minute since your boy been back on here. Um, yeah. So draft is over. People have their opinions. I think the overall story that took over the draft was, of course, Shador Sanders. Um, I'll talk about that in a minute. Um, but let's talk about us. So, as y'all can clearly see on the screen, I gave us an A minus. It would have been an A plus. The only issue I had was us giving up our first rounder next year as the only issue that I had. However, these guys are campaigning for their careers at this point. Terry Fontenot, since he's been here, we haven't been to the playoffs. It's been a lot of good picks over the last couple of years, but that has not yielded fruit. Whether you want to blame the coaches, whether you want to blame the quarterbacks, whatever. But we said this over here. This defense been cheeks. We talked about this ad nauseum all last year. Defense been cheeks. They get rid of Jimmy Lake. They bring in Jeff Ulbrich. Unfortunately, he brought his son with him. We'll get to that in a minute. And this is what you got. So I don't see any complaints here. For all the complaints that Atlanta don't draft Bulldogs, that's what they did with their first. And this was a damn steal. This was a damn steal right here. So we got our Bulldog, who can play all across the line, by the way. We come back up into the round, and we pick up another edge. My only issue with that is you gave up that one, but I understand it. Y'all got to make the playoffs this year. Terry Fontenot, Raheem, y'all got to make the playoffs this year. So the way they probably looked at it is, man, fuck it. We might not even be here next year to enjoy another draft. So let's go on ahead and get another edge guy. You pick up a safety, a defensive back, and an offensive tackle. No sexy positions, no running backs, no tight ends. Even in our undrafted free agents, I think a majority of that. We picked up a running back. He probably ain't gonna see the light of day. Kobe Bryant kind of stands out to me a little bit, but yeah, we picked up a tight end and we picked up a wide receiver. These guys ain't never gonna see the field. That ain't gonna happen. But it is good to see Atlanta doing the right thing this year. So to me, I don't have any complaints about this. None. We needed pass rushers. Damn it, we got two. And we got them on rookie scales. So let's say Carter comes in, and then I think the safety we picked up, he had 13 picks over the last 2 years. This the logo business I'm talking about. I don't have a problem with this. I don't. It wasn't sexy, but a lot of teams this year, I don't think there was a team really that had a sexy draft. A lot of these guys kind of went where they were expected to go, except for Shador. And let me speak candidly. Ulbrich, put a fucking muzzle on your kid right. I can't even call him a kid. He's a grown ass man. How you leaving that work out there wide open for this motherfucker to come in, scoop up a damn number, and this is the issue I have. The same, what's the word I'm looking for? The same privilege Jeff Ulbrich's son's going to get is what they crucified Shedeur for. You can't tell me 100 players, 120, 130, 140 players were better than Shedeur Sanders. Everybody, we all know we watched this weekend. That was a hit piece. But watch Ulbrich's son get away with it. Not even a slap on the wrist. We already issuing statements that absolves Jeff Ulbrich. But I'm like, how the fuck his son get that close to the work to get the number and then prank him? This bad for business, man. I don't even want to see Ulbrich's son at these games, man. If you're that fucking idiotic already, dude, training camp ain't even started, and he on this dumb shit. He ain't even playing on our team. We get a good draft. I'm like, yeah, Birdman hand rub. I'm like, we can do something. We can do something right now. Birdman hand rub. Okay, I see what Atlanta doing. Okay, I see what Ulbrich want to do on the defense. All right, hand rub time. Then we can't even get out the damn weekend without some bullshit. So they got it. Even when we do stuff right, there's something. There's like something. It's like a snake ready to bite us right in the ass. Hopefully, this won't cost us anything, and it shouldn't. But that's just still an asshole thing to do. Dude, his kid 21 years old. You're too old to be on this dumb shit. But my issue is Ulbrich let him get close enough to the work. Oh, his kids, it should be hands off from this point on. But back to the draft. So again, man, I don't think nothing was surprising about this. I think everybody knew we were going defense. We talked about that in the middle of the season. We talked about that when the season was over with. Atlanta's majority of their picks are gonna go defense, and 4 out of the 5 were defense. I mean, they picked up an offensive tackle, but outside of that, you got a defensive back, a safety, and 2 edges. You don't really need nothing sexy. You got it on the roster. Drake London, check. Darnell Mooney, check. Bijan, check. And, Cal Pitts going to be Cal Pitts. But y'all get what I'm saying, though. Michael Penix, check. Kirk Cousins, if you desperately need him. Yeah, light check. Let me get some of these comments. What's going on, fam? JB says it's going to get forgot about by tomorrow. It damn sure better. I don't want that kid nowhere near the work. Matter of fact, Jeff, don't even take your work home. Because if he'll do this, a playbook will come up missing. Think about it. We make a deep run. Man, this motherfucker liable to give up the playbook. Keep him far away from it. Monte Carlo, what's happening? He says, I bet it was a bet or he was bragging about having his number. Yeah, probably. So, man, it's just dumb shit, man. That's dumb shit. I don't understand it. I don't know what his goal was going to be, but keep that boy away from the work. King Richie, what's going on? He says, I just hope he didn't fuck the vibe up with players of Ulbrich. Ulbrich probably got in his ass. It's just stupid, but yeah, Again, man, you got stupid people walking planet Earth. What's going on, Mike? What's happening? Javon says, hey, Mark, that receiver we picked up is pretty good. Led the nation in receiving touchdowns and receptions and was second in yards. I think he makes the team. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Well, we picked up 2. We picked up Skinner and we picked up Nick Nash. Boy, that That is a fucking name right there. That's a Hollywood name. When all else fails, you call in the best. Nick Nash in We Fucking Up Shit. that's a Hollywood name right there. Nick Nash. But yeah, so we picked up a wide receiver from San Jose State, a cornerback from Oregon, tight end from South Carolina, O-line, Georgia Tech. Then we picked up the wide receiver from Vanderbilt, linebacker, North Dakota State, running back, Michigan State, all these states. Offensive guard, Oregon State. Hold on. So we got somebody from Oregon and Oregon State. D-line, Miami, cornerback, Kansas, and another safety, Iowa State. And we got some invites. Marlon Taylor, Steven McGee, Christian Story, and Kevin Hester Jr. Hey, man, I ain't got nothing negative to say about this, man. Nothing. I have nothing to say about it. This is an A-. And I know I've seen some videos from motherfuckers that ain't even part of the Falcons brethren. And this is my issue with YouTube. You have these guys with these channels and they're talking about multiple teams, then they get to ours and don't know what the fuck they talking about. Yeah. Falcons just out here falconing. This was just bad, man. I'm like, bro, do you realize how bad our defense has been? 10 sacks by week 10? 10! And then when you look at the history, we've been in a sack drought for a while now. You need some guys that are hunters that can get to the QB. And if you look at what we've done up into the draft, look at the guys they picked up on the line. Look at their sacks. They playing money ball. They playing money ball with this defensive line, man. One thing I guarantee y'all for damn sure right now, by week 10, we'll have more than 20 sacks. I can guarantee that right now. And a lot of games that cost us. Look at Carolina. Defense just laid down. They couldn't get to Lil Bryce. Lil Bryce, bro. Think about that. And shout out to the defense for that game, because that got Jimmy Lake fired. They probably laid down on that one, which is stupid because we needed that game, but you know. Defense was horrible. This got a lot to do with coaching and getting the right pieces. I like the fact that we got 2 edges on rookie scales. That's fifth option, our 5th-year options. We ain't got to worry about these guys for a while. Then you pair these guys with Michael Penix, who's come, man, bro, stop. And you still got Jesse. You still got AJ. Hey, man. And then I'm looking at what Tampa Bay did. I don't know what the fuck the Saints doing. Saints got like 5. They got like 5 quarterbacks in that quarterback room. I have no idea what the Saints are doing. But the Saints did pick up some good pieces. You know, Tampa was okay. Carolina picked up a lot of offensive firepower. But I'm like, there's no way in hell I could look at what we did and say, man, we should have did better. We've been complaining about goddamn edge rushers for years. Even when we got Kyle Pitts, what were we talking about then? When we got Drake, what were a lot of people talking about then? You got 2 of them. Then you got a bulldog. Terry basically checked all the markers from what we've been complaining about. Because a lot of Falcons fans have been complaining for years. Atlanta does not draft Bulldogs. That was the first off the board. And the boy's a stud. Then they said, man, we're going to do you one better. We're going to get another one, goddammit. Me being an offensive guy, I have no problem with what they did. None. I ain't look at that and say, man, we ain't get no receivers, man. Kyle Pitts on this last year, man. No. Defense is what was getting our ass rocked last year. So I'm all for that. Bring them the fuck here. And I know they're going to ball out. You starting Carter week 1. You need to start the other boy too. Fuck it. Let's go. And then you got an experienced guy in Jeff Ulbrich calling defense. He just needs to defend the work from here on out. He ain't see that blitz coming. He ain't see the blitz from his son coming. I get it. But now that you've seen that, protect the work. Your son came around the blind side and hit you. We don't want to see that shit happen no more. King Richie said, Ulbrich already said Walker's week 1. Yeah, that's a week 1 guy. You don't sit on that. You put him out there immediately. A1, what's happening? He says Jake Nelson. God damn, Jake Nelson only gave up 1 sack in 393 snaps. Damn. Man, hold on. Let me hold on for a second. That motherfucker can start week 1 too. I'm at a point. Listen, y'all know I've already said this. It don't change. These guys got to work. Even though this is a great draft for us, I ain't jumping off the porch yet. Y'all got to make me. Now, when I come off the porch, it's bow wow. It's bow wowing when I come off the porch. But right now, I'm on the porch watching traffic. I ain't barking yet. I'm just watching traffic. But once y'all get me off the porch, I'm talking cash shit. I'm ready to smoke on some teams. Devon says, yeah, Mark, you got to look into some of these undrafted free agents we signed. We got, man, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it now. All righty. So which guy y'all want me to look at first? Hey, excluding Kobe Bryant. Smart Rice. I'm sorry. I'm jumping off the damn porch right now. Okay, I got you. Jay Black says, I saw Kobe Bryant, one of the best available lists in the 3rd round. Why he go undrafted? Again, I have no idea, fam. I have no idea. None. All right, Dom says Nick Nash. Let's go to Nick Nash. All right. So the boy, jeez. He's 6'3", 205. He led all FBS receivers with 104 catches, 1382 and 6 TD. God damn. Okay. Talk to me. All right. Somebody got a meme says look like Michael Penix invited him over for a little hot tubbing already. Yeah, but some of these guys that went undrafted and went late, and then some of the guys that went early, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these guys that went in the draft, I didn't know who the fuck they were early. I'm like, huh? Who this? Then I think one of the first quarterbacks to come off the board I remember that motherfucker. I'm like, wait a minute, this dude threw 3 straight picks, and it was like within 5 minutes or something like that. I'm like, y'all picked him over. Okay, okay. Some of these guys that went early, I'm like, and you can see it in something like the crowd too. Like sometimes the crowd was just like, Hoppo, who it is? But again, man, so let's look at. Let me pull up the boys' stats. Oh, righty. Nick Nash. He looked like he can pass for Drake London's little brother. 24 years old. I like the height on him. 6'3", 205. Y'all know I don't even go by 40s no more. Let's see. Dang it, just show me the numbers, man. All right. So he averages 13 yards a catch. His jump from 2023 to 2024 is ridiculous. So he had 48 catches in 2023, and that jumped all the way to 104 in 2024. He had 728 yards in 2023. So he really started hitting his ceiling in 2023, because 2022 and 2021, man, I ain't writing home about 6 yards. The dope part is his whole career he's never fumbled the ball. That's fucking impressive when you think about it. His long touchdown was 45 yards last year. And they've used him. Oh, well, okay. So in 2019, 2020, and 2021, he was rushing. Okay. Again, I gotta see this one out on the field. But I like this. I like this. I like that name too. Nick Nash. Oh, Dom says he was a quarterback. What the fuck? Hold on. I didn't even see that. Hold on, let me go back here real quick. See, that's why I have y'all. Y'all know about these undrafted guys. So he's a quarterback that converted to a wide receiver. I'll take that. Because he should know these routes. Okay, Jay Black says Simeon Barrow is what we need. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it how we did it in the tunnel. Let's pull up some YouTube clips from this guy. And the first thing that came up was the Lakers. Whew. Let's see. Beowulf, Timberwolf, Wolves and 5. All right. So let me see which one we gonna look at. Ooh. Bro, hold on. Let me make sure we got the right guy here. Okay, here we go. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up. cut my music down. All right, let's go ahead and see some of this guy's work. Go back here.
Simon's at a throw. Miami brings just 3, and they still get pressure, and they bring him down.
And watch here. Receiver just falls down in slick field.
Number 5,
all this rain that they've had.
Number 5, Miami is 35.
Simon's at a throw. Flush. Look out here. Gets dropped. Barron once again.
Hold on.
And a little spy player over the top. And Barron just worked his way to the football, kept his hands clean.
But you got to take care of the quarterback as well, because his legs will burn you.
He's going to get sacked again. And it will be a field goal attempt to cap this drive for USF to try. Simeon Barrow is able to get the takedown. It's a loss of 8.
See that just running a little tackle stunt inside.
Canes bring a blitz. They try to throw the screen behind it to join him. And he gets wrestled down by Barrow.
Avoided they make them count later in the half. 3 pass plays longer than 50 yards. Third down. Mendoza gets away for a moment, but not for long.
Hold on.
So there's going to be double teams across the board. You're going to see Barrow coming up from that left defensive end spot. Normally plays the defensive tackle position, but he's athletic enough to play on the edge. Just beating the double team.
3 guys, bro. Hold on.
Across the board, you're going to see Barrow coming up from that left defensive end spot. Normally plays the defensive tackle position.
The dude on the far right didn't want no parts of that.
Pass plays longer than 50 yards. Third down. Mendoza gets away for a moment, but not for long.
So there's going to be double teams across the board. You're going to see Barrow coming up from that left defensive end spot. Normally plays the defensive tackle position, but he's athletic enough to play on the edge. Just beating the double team.
Checked into the backfield. 2nd down and 10 for Fernando Mendoza after the replay review. And all of a sudden now, Simeon Barrow is making his presence felt along that Miami defensive front.
A chance to double up before half. Brown's going to go. Oh, the ball's loose. The ball is loose, and it's going to be a Miami touchdown. The ball got knocked out of the true freshman's hands, and Miami, quick to jump on it, was Aguirre. The Miami defense in position. That little hold on the left side of your screen there. And you mentioned a good return, gets him out past the 20-yard line. Instead, they're backed up. You hand it off to Isaac Brown. He's got 2 hands on it, but Ruben Bain gets his shoulder right on the ball. And then Aguirre jumps over the top into the end zone to pull that one down. Simeon Barrow and Ruben Bain involved on that forced fumble. And then Aguirre, who's been getting better and better with more and more playing time, really developing into a heck of a linebacker for Miami. Look at this play right here. Look at the alertness over the top of Brown to bring that one down. Jeez. First fumble recovery of the season for the Canes. Third and 8 for Shuck. Pressure up the middle, and he is sacked. He is brought down by Barrow.
First off, that line, this line sucks.
8 for Shuck. Pressure up the middle, and he is.
Man, look how open that line was.
Third and 8 for Shuck. Pressure up the middle, and he is sacked. He is brought down by Barrow.
It looks like when this boy gets to you, he's going down. So, yeah, that's that right there. I like what I see. He needs some seasoning though. But it looks like when he gets to his destination, it's a wrap. But hold on, let me go over here real quick. All right, so let's look at the. So he's 22. Jesus, he's 22 years old, 291 pounds, moving like that. Bruh. Yikes. Hold on. Yeah, so let me give that front office some credit, man. They out here fighting for their lives, and they know, and they clearly know they are. Hold on. They clearly know they're fighting for their lives, so they're doing this. This was a slam dunk draft. Now here's my pushback on this. As much as we like some of these guys, are they going to play? Because y'all remember what happened last year. Y'all remember, there was a certain player that didn't play for like 10 or 11 weeks. King Richie is saying, pull up Nick Nash. Let's do that real quick. Y'all know. All right, and I like to pull up highlights that are not like a day old. Like I like to see like before they were even on our radar. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, let's see how good this kid is, man. All right. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and start it. Shout out to Colton Denning. I got to start naming these guys I'll be pulling from. Shout out to you, Colton.
Round to throw across the middle. It's Nick Nash makes the catch. Third down. Brown. Nash has got it. First down and more for the Spartans. Big play action. Brown to the end zone.
Give me that.
I guess I'll take touchdown number 2. Brown on third and long. He's got Nash. He's open. He's got the football.
Look at the pose.
Well done, Nick Nash. 23 yards on the play for Nash. Nash in motion. And Nash, he might throw it. Nash to the end.
Oh, come on, dog.
Touchdown, Spartans. For 90 yards of a touchdown. Brown gets hit on the throw, completes it, touchdown.
See, that's that height right there. That's that height talk.
Nick Nash. And for the first time, the Spartans lead.
And this is what they love. Having done it at Stanford last year. This team is good.
Brown. And that is caught. It was juggled and caught by Nick Nash.
Brown finds Nash by midfield. Former Bayou Classic MVP back in 2022 with Grambling. Second down and short. Brown floats. End zone. Nash climbs the ladder. Touchdown. San Jose State.
See, that's what Hyde will do for you.
There is a flag down back near the 15-yard line. Brown on second down. Play action. Lasers over the middle. It's caught. Right at the 45-yard line. Evan Brown, who was not in the game on the last third down of the last drive, is back at the quarterback spot for San Jose State. Throws the screen to Nash, who was active on the first two tries. Get the ball back in his hands, and the whole offensive line seemingly moves the pile to the 39-yard line. 17-yard pickup.
You know they're well aware of it.
Hold on. Brown, this man said the offensive line. There was one guy on that line that was pulling. There was like 5 or 6 other dudes in blue.
Brown, who was not in the game on the last third down of the last drive, is back at the quarterback spot for San Jose State. Throws the screen to Nash, who was active on the first 2 tries. Get the ball back in his hands, and the whole offensive line seemingly moves the pile to the 39-yard line. 17-yard pickup.
You know they're well aware of it.
Now them jerseys ugly as hell.
With plenty of time. Up the left side, Nash has got it. Across the 50, and Nash stays on his feet.
Okay, so he can actually take shots.
Brown again with all kinds of time. Going down the middle of the field to Nash. He's got the football. Touchdown, Spartans. Brown with time, and that's a laser he throws there to Nash.
He can take contact pretty well.
Chalk is now in at running back. 3rd and goal. Brown to throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And it's Nick Nash again. Into the second half. Brown looking left. And he completes it to Nash. Inside the 40. 2nd and 7, final minute of the third quarter. And Brown wide open is Nash. Nick Nash, spin move, tackle inside the 30 to the 27.
This is a yak guy right here.
Brown's going to try to throw for it. Touchdown. Can you believe it? Nick Nash. 3rd touchdown of the game.
Today, and just the gratitude and appreciation from this community just really has reinforced the importance of this work and what it means to these communities.
Out of the lights in Pullman. Brown against his former team. End zone, leaping catch. Snagged out of the air by Nick Nash. His 7th of the season to lead all of college football. Hits the seam and going to the ground, rolling with the catch. It's Nick Nash again.
Who's creeping from the linebacker level? Here they come. The throw goes to the flat, and it's complete. For a first down, Nick Nash. 2nd and goal. Nash. And they need the 2-point to tie.
Nash with a little stutter step. You're on time. It's easy.
Of these defensive ends cutting inside, leaving the edge gaps open.
Brown, all kinds of time to the end zone.
Dang.
Bobble, does he hold on? Yes. Touchdown, Spartans. And it's Nick Nash.
Richard says Nash was their whole offense for real.
Pressure's coming. They pick it up. Brown delivers. It's Nash. First down and more for Nick Nash.
He can take contact,
He's still
man.
fighting for extra yards.
Josh says might
2nd
be
and 10.
character concerns or he didn't play anybody. Could possibly
Now
be.
goes back to the right. Nash is open. Nash
Woo-hoo!
gets the first down.
Okay.
Now less than a minute to go, 4th quarter. They're setting this up for Nash to throw it.
He's wide open. Jesus.
He's got the football. Touchdown, Spartans. Nick Nash throws the touchdown to Jabari Bates. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Play action. Brown the throw down the field. It's caught. It's Nash. I think he's in. Is he in waiting for a signal? He's in. Touchdown, Spartans.
What an incredible throw from Emmett Brown here. Nice job by Nash winning at the point of attack. He's working against Aiden Hector, the nickelback for the Rams, and a perfectly thrown ball from Emmett Brown.
Brown looking right. He delivers a perfect throw, first down and more for Nick Nash inside
First contact.
and brought down the 29-yard line. And here they come. Egan with time. That pass right on time. Nick Nash.
You guess? With time to throw. Over the middle. Nick Nash. Complete inside the 40-yard line of the Wyoming
All right, man. I like this kid, man.
That's a great job by Walker. You could see that they're trying to play man.
Seemingly forever trying to build on this 7-0 lead. The fake to Chalk. Egan down the middle looking for Nash. Touchdown, Spartans.
The 5 for 8 is solid. Down 10, they really need this one. Egan, he completes it to Nash.